Hello, Bertie Films here. I wanted to do a video again about the current state of Ireland through the lens of Irish history, especially that of the Irish War of Independence. And the reason I wanted to do that is because I went on a walking tour of Dublin on the anniversary date of Michael Collins' assassination, August 22nd, 2025. Now, on this particular day, I had kind of an overwhelming experience of sadness, especially in the end, towards the end of it. And also the next day, I was really sad for Ireland and sad for our country. And it really is very upsetting to see how our country is and what has happened. And, people are, so emotional and quick to react to all of this. But this is just an overview of how I feel. It's very clear that this country is suffering. You walk around Dublin City and it's absolutely abundantly clear that this place is completely changed. And you can perceive that however you want. Like you can try to, attack people that say that by just calling them whatever. But like in your heart, whatever side of any sort of stupid political spectrum you're on, you can clearly see that it's changed. For instance, a friend of mine and a group of friends came up to see a concert recently, and the guy was talking to me and he said, I just don't know how you live there. Like, how do you do it? And I was like, we talked about it, and he just saw unbelievable scenes, just unbelievable stuff. Now, in fairness, there was a concert going on, but this isn't what he described to me, isn't something that just happens at concerts. It happens all the time. I just don't think the sense of community is being lost and stuff. What does this have to do with the Irish War of Independence? Now, when I went on that walking tour, I did my research and I found out the places because I wanted to go to places that were related to Michael Collins in his life and career in Dublin. And what I learned is some beautiful things that actually Michael Collins is very much revered in Dublin. Like he's very much a character that people love, and especially the publicans, the pubs around Dublin and a lot of places, because he would have spent many hours in these places, having meetings, basically running the War of Independence via the intelligence role that he had. This is where it was all happening, right in the city center. And it's absolutely beautiful when you know these establishments and you can go in with this kind of intention and really feel the history. And now if you want to watch that video, I'm going to leave a little tag up here for you to watch it. I'll leave it at the end and in the video description, the walking tour of Dublin through the lens of Michael Collins. It's shocking in a good way to see like how many places he actually was involved in. Something that I was a bit sad about is why aren't there more plaques for him? Like why is there so many plaques for these random people from history, but there's not many for Michael Collins? I just think there should be more plaques around showing that he had affinities with these places. But anyway, I digress. When I was doing this tour, there was a few thoughts that were coming in to me. I was realizing like what Collins had and what those people had, even though they were being completely suppressed and controlled by the British Empire, they had this freedom to do something revolutionary because they weren't controlled by technology or by the secret empires that run the world now, the technological, bureaucratic empires that run the world. In our case, the European Union and the government of Ireland are basically, in my opinion, they are very much turning into the enemies of the people. They're acting like an empire. They're acting like you better do what we tell you or else. This is quite clear. They're fining countries for not following rules. Their rules. Like nothing. There's nothing democratic about any of this, right? So in these days, the sad part is that you can't do anything about it because you're a powerless citizen, really. You have all of this luxury around you. You have this gilded cage, You have this kind of almost unbelievable comforts compared to, say, Collins' time and the revolutionary period. You have this level of comfort, but you don't have that freedom. You don't have that freedom to fight. I mean, if tyranny completely takes over, what can people do? Nothing, because the technology is too advanced. The bureaucracy is too advanced. It's too powerful. So this is the sad part. The sad part is that is it actually inevitable where it's all going? And that's the sad truth. And that's maybe why I believe people are really getting really staunch in their Irish history and really staunch in their groups. I hate it. I hate this factionalism. I hate this stuff that's going on where everybody's getting so staunch into different groups. The comment section is becoming more and more crazy. Everything is hyper political. Everything is crazy. People are so frustrated and so full of emotion and so full of anger and angst and just rage and worry that they have to let it out, like, in the comment section, online, etc. And it's because we all know that there's stuff going on, and the freedom that these guys had in the past and the women had in the past, the revolutionary period, was they had a freedom to do something about it, and that's what they had. And it's sad, like, because we just don't have that. The only revolutionary act now is to tell the truth and to do things in your own way, create in your own way, fight for the stories, fight for the history, fight for the country in intellectual ways, in artistic ways, in creative ways. What made me brutally sad as well is, I don't know if I really want to mention the establishment, because I have such respect for the establishment and its role in all of this. Maybe you can read between the lines, because I just have the utmost respect for this establishment. So I'm not going to name who it was or the establishment that ran this. It was a tour that I did, and the person running the tour, it was a Michael Collins tour, and to be honest with you, it was just shocking how bad it was. The person clearly hated Michael Collins and was just covering it up with just bullshit. And I could see it from moment one. It was just so clear to me, and it made me so upset. We left the tour early. We weren't the only ones that left the tour early. There was definitely three people that definitely left the tour before us. Imagine that, leaving a tour. The person went on way too long, was talking about everything but Michael Collins, and when she talked about Michael Collins, it was in a way that I found it disparaging, and actually was stepping on his legacy on the day of his death. Imagine. This is the reality of Ireland today. You just have this animosity and this clear divide. I feel sad for Ireland. I feel upset, and I feel a little bit powerless over it in a national sense. I do feel that I can play my part by doing this and by doing this role, but the thing is, like, I just don't think anything is going to. I think everything is just going to keep getting worse, especially if you have people that just are attacking other Irish people, attacking them for merely fucking talking about Irish historical characters. I mean, I got threatened recently, you know. I've been receiving a lot of weird messages, like, what is going on with people? And that's what makes me sad. And I think maybe what made me sad on the day of Michael Collins was the fact that you have these people that they just cannot get outside of their own political ideology. They have to talk about all of these, social issues that are happening today, and absolutely just incorporate it all into the retelling of the fucking past. And just it's just a load of bullshit, and it's just not serving anyone, because people are sick of it. People were walking away from that tour. They just didn't want to hear it, because they were there for that particular person on that particular day, you know. And that's the problem with Ireland. It's just all politics. It's just all, let's rewrite the narrative. Let's just like, why not just get rid of the flag altogether? For some people, just, what are you doing around with the Irish flag? Like, if you're more interested in other countries' flags or other political flags, then why just get rid of the Irish flag altogether? Like, why? How many flags are we going to carry? I don't think the revolutionary leaders of the time were carrying any other flags but Ireland's. The whole point was to get rid of the British flag, and now we're carrying fucking 20 flags. What is that like? So that means national identity means nothing to these people. And you get all these creators that are online now, and they're all going off, you know, saving the world, and they're not leaving their fucking bedrooms and their houses in Ireland. You know, you wouldn't see many of them going to these places to help. You won't see them housing anyone. You won't see them doing anything, you know? And I have to look at myself as well. What am I doing about the cause of Ireland? What am I doing about that? That's what I'm suffering with. I'm suffering with what am I doing? Like maybe this is not enough, you know? That's what makes me sad, and that's what I realized about the War of Independence tour, Michael Collins tour, is it I wish I was born in those times, and he was lucky. He was a lucky man, if you know, in a way, to die for something special. And I know I have a partner and stuff, and she wouldn't want to hear that. And I'm not saying that that's the way forward, but it's like they were great men and women like that fought for something, and now we're just throwing it all away. We're just throwing it all away, and we have these people that are just absolutely they're delighted for it. They're delighted because they I don't know what they're thinking, because the future could be very bleak for people like that, especially if really intense political groups get control, or religious groups, whoever it is, because there's a lot of people now that are involved in this, that getting together, bandying together, and who knows what the future holds. And I'm telling you this, where people planted their flags is going to count for a lot in the future, because it's never going to wash away. So it's a weird video. This is a strange video, you know. And of course, it's going to be backlash. Of course, there's going to be people that are just going to just fucking say, you know, attack me and whatever. But there's been a lot of positivity too, and I really appreciate the support. I just wanted to do another video for you because I know you like to listen to my thoughts in this in the current state of Ireland. I don't like doing these videos, even though these videos do the best, right? I don't like doing them because if I was looking for the clout and the publicity and the fucking money, I would be doing these videos every week like some people are. They're just banding on. They're just on the candy train, following these current movements because they're making money out of them. Trust me, they're making money. You know, I know these. I can see through these people. And if I really wanted to make money, I would do political videos all the time. That's what makes money. Trust me. And I don't want to do that. I'm not trying to say, oh, aren't you great? No, because I want to stick to the Irish history. I want to stick to the stories. I want to stick to what I'm passionate about. You know, but like it's getting so political and so charged and so ridiculous now. Like it's impossible not to do these videos every now and again. Like you're not going to see another one of these videos for at least a month or 2 months because it's just not my style, you know. If you really want to watch the Michael Collins stuff, I got two videos. I'm going to leave them at the end on both sides, and right at the end. So watch all the way to the end. And also, I leave them in the video description and in the comments. And if you just go to my channel, you'll see them there. Also, I might create a Michael Collins playlist actually. Also, as well, if you want to support me, I got the Brian Brew t-shirts and the posters, and also the mug, the Brian Brew mug, and the hoodie. They're going to be gone from the store September 18th. There's a discount, a 20% discount that you'll see in the video description. This is ending September 18th. I'm closing down that store, reopening everything in January 2026. So if you want to get discounted merch and support Bertie Brosnan films, make sure you get that. Also, the Forgotten Prince, it's actually at a reduced rate until I get to 300 copies sold, which will be very soon. It's around, I won't say the prices because it varies, but anyway, it's at a reduced rate right now. Currently, the 25th of August 2025, that might go up. That might be gone up by the time you see this video. But anyway, if you see this video right away and you really want to support By the Forgotten Prince novella, you can support me by donating to PayPal, to Stripe, not donating to them, donating to me via PayPal, Stripe, Buy Me a Coffee. And I would leave, they're all in the description as well. I don't know why I'm pointing over here because my laptop is here. I really appreciate it. Also, YouTube membership, $1.99 a month. There's actually walking tour replay videos on there, YouTube member videos, and also you get like just a bit of extra stuff like badges and emojis and stuff. It's just $1.99 a month. It's a way of supporting Bertie Brosnan films. And also there will be like a discounted on the merch. I think that's ending now though, because I'm ending the store. But anyway, if you want to support, $1.99 a month, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Also, you can leave a super chat or super thanks in the comments. This is another way of supporting Bertie Brosnan films. I really appreciate it. By watching this till the very end is another way to support, by sharing, liking, commenting. Also, if you sign up to my email list, I actually will email everybody about a video premiere in advance. So make sure you sign up for that as well. So, with that said, thank you very much. Gora mila ma gwiv, goléir ma cordja, slán go fóil, be made a kaint. God bless.